My name is Ruben Robles. I was born in Florencia, Zacatecas, 1947. My mother brought me to the USA at the age of 3. She was legitimately employed in El Paso, Texas. At 5, I got documented as a permanent resident, and around 7, we moved to Santa Monica, California. From there, we moved to East Los Angeles, where I was raised and completed most of my education. In my mind, I felt I was American. At the end of 1974, I made the decision to volunteer for the Vietnam War. Completed training, got assigned to West Germany, the Cold War, because the Vietnam War had ended. I got deported in 1998, around 20 years ago, and when I got to Tijuana, a friend of mine that worked for the immigration services thought he was doing me a favor, and he got me put in a place called Alcance Victoria, which is the Mexican version of Victory Outreach. And since I had just got out of doing almost 3 years in prison, I was in pretty good shape and I was healthy. But when I got put there, there was a lot of drug addicts, a lot of people that were up to no good, and it just was very depressing. They didn't let me go out in the street because I couldn't speak Spanish the way people speak it here. And I didn't know anything about the Bible, and Victory Outreach is sort of all about the Bible. But little by little, I was allowed to go out with other guys that knew their way around. And finally, I found my sister, and I went to live with her for a while. When I was in Victory Outreach, I learned how to sell candy in the street. So I started doing it for me. And that's how I used to make a living every day. I would get up real early and go to different swap meets. There's swap meets every day in different parts of Tijuana. And every day I'd go to a different swap meet. That's how my day was almost every day for a good while. And I didn't like Victory Outreach. I wouldn't talk bad about them, but that didn't help me at all. I had to find ways to make a living, and one of them was selling curios, selling souvenirs in a little store. They saw that I could speak English and some Spanish, but I didn't like working there because I was supposed to sell silver that wasn't silver, gold that wasn't gold, and actually junk to tourists for high prices and letting them haggle the price down. It's all junk. Anyway, I learned how to do that, but I wasn't good at that. I didn't feel right doing that, shafting people. That's just not in me. After that, I worked as a waiter, but my job was to be in the street. The police wouldn't bother us because the owner had a deal with the police. I would invite American customers to bars for massages, for whatever. A lot of times it was to drink beer, 2 for the price of 1, and they would go in to see the girls and stuff. But they didn't like me making friends with the customers because in a lot of these places, you're allowed to rob the customers. They want you to, so you can give them their part. And even if you get taken to jail, that's no problem. You'll be out in half an hour or 45 minutes. But I didn't like that at all. I lived in La Zona Norte. I wanted to live in the Zona Norte because when my relatives would come and visit me, I was real close to the border. Later on, I got a hold of a metal detector, and I used to spend a lot of hours in different parks. But right away, the police would see me with my metal detector, and I had this tool that was like an ice pick, but it was a long screwdriver with the point filed down, so I could feel things. Well, right away they would tell me that was a deadly weapon, and they'd handcuff me, and they would take my things. So I went to City Hall and solicited a permit. I got a permit. I used to get permits to use my metal detector in all the green areas and parks, cemeteries of Tijuana. And I did that for some time. That helped me pay my rent. After that, I sold at Esplanada del Palacio Municipal. It's the garden of City Hall, and it was called El Tendedero. And I used to sell collectibles. I used to wash and iron $2 bills and put them in a nice little plastic window and sell them for $6, $8, or $10. I would find money from different countries with my metal detector. So I would put them in little plastic envelopes, and I did that for a good while. I also worked teaching English. Before I taught English, I lost my English for a good while. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't speak English. But somehow I got a job teaching English. I had to write all these lessons, and just writing all these lessons, it helped me remember my English. The director, he had me teach kids. He had me teach management people in factories. If he would have paid me like he said he would, I probably would still be working for him. But he didn't treat me well, so I ended up getting discouraged, and I quit. I've always wanted to thank 2 not deported veterans, and they have a community center in Playas de Tijuana called Centro Garrimar Community Center. And these people have helped me for at least 6 years, I think. I live with a little Chihuahua named Sissy. The dog belongs to them, and they have me take care of it so I won't live by myself. And I've volunteered with Maria Galleta, Madres Deportadas en Acción. I volunteered with Hector Lopez and the Unified Deported Veterans. After that, I volunteered with Ángeles de la Frontera in Playas de Tijuana. And while I was there, I met this woman that I call an angel. Her name is Helen from Australia. This woman is a retired nurse. She's worked with places that Madre Teresa used to run in India. And she's very kind, caring. And right now, I live in Anexa, Buena Vista. I'm fixing up this place. She's going to come back in about 3 months, and I'm fixing it up for when she comes back because she likes to travel a lot, and she comes for cancer treatment, medicine for her sister, and she's helped me so much that I'm just very grateful to her and my friends Gary and Mar. I am now 70 years old. I hope this helps someone that just got deported. When I got here, no one wanted to help me. If I can make it for over 20 years, I'm sure you can make it. Never give up or give in. Thank you.